And so now you have to identify what's going on here. So this is the first thing I would say. Right now, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing an inverse level right here that's being tested. If you want to sell this, fine. Then your target should have been very clear, right? Your valley is here where the trend is. Your valley is there. Your target is right there. So this is very clear. If this is what you want to scalp your target as, again, scalping to some people might like scalp, being in these scalp trades for 1%. Some people might want to see like 20% bounces. It depends on the coin. Like something like Link probably would have had some pretty big 10% bounces. Something like TNT probably has some pretty big 30% bounces. But again, this is going to be dependent on what you expect from the trade. Your levels are going to be there for you. It's just you have to pick which one is going to be correctly hit. And if you pick something too high, obviously you're way too greedy. If you pick something too low, either you're happy because you identify the profits. If you just want to make 3% in this trade, and this is only over the course of a few minutes here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a 12-minute trade, and you made 3%. Even call it 2%. 162 should be the clear buy here. So that I'm not going to flex on. This is the clear buy. The clear sell is possibly at this valley right here. So 2.5%. Whether or not it inverses, this is the clear sell right here. If it hits this, you just get out and or even right here. This 165, you just get out, one sat profit, doesn't matter, pay your trading fees, fine, failure is there, or you could wait for it to bounce, but take your 2% profit. This is all whatever you're in the scalp for. This is what you're in the scalp for, right? Again, it depends what kind of scalping you want to do. If you're looking to make 10-20% on a move, it's not going to happen frequently, but it will happen. That's the payoff difference is, are you identifying a 3% or a 20% bounce, right? So that's just the greed, right? The 20%, it's fine to be greedy. Just realize that 3% over and over and over can equal 20%. So sometimes it'd be a hybrid model where you identify what can be 20%. That's what I do. Like coins like MCO, TNT. When something moves up like 100%, it's going to have it quickly. Like when something moves up 100% quickly, it can bounce 15% pretty easily. When something moves up 30%, like a 5% bounce is pretty substantial. Can this thing actually move back up to this target? I don't know. Quite possibly. I guess you would just make your decision here. What would I do here? I would probably hold here and see if this holds down here. Like if this level holds, and if this doesn't hold, I would get out. If this doesn't hold right here, I would get out. But for now, I would say I probably wouldn't be selling this yet. I might just hold it a little bit and see if it can target some bigger valleys. Yeah, I mean, it's holding well. So yeah, I think the right decision was made here. There it is right there. Okay, I would probably sell here. Yeah, see, that's where I would have sold, because it's just like, it looks really good here. It was holding this nice registry here, but it comes back down. Take a 1 sat profit here. That's perfectly fine with me. 0.5% pays my trading fees, make a little more. I got greedy, so I would have lost that 3% profit, or that 2.5% profit. So that's what I mean about scalp targets. You have to pick your target based on what you expect. If you want to constantly just make 3%, 3%, 3%, man, that adds up quick, especially when they're 12-minute trades. It's just setting them up, right? Because this wasn't, you can't just step into this and 15 minutes later be 12, 3% profit. No, this is set up, right? Like you have to be watching this. You have to wait to see the top. You have to do your TA, see where the top is, and then identify where these good 2 and 3% opportunities are. Right? Next hold level, again, you can buy this and see how it acts to trend. Again, this is the same thing. Like this is the valley that broke us out. We can buy this and see how it acts to trend. So again, same thing here. Assumingly we bought 159, right? Let's see how it reacts to trend and see where it goes. Okay, so what is this telling us? Okay, so we've closed out this valley right here. So we've closed out this. Now we have to make this decision. Again, do we want to take this profit right now? Because this can happen in minutes. Like you guys can make 5% in 2 minutes sometimes. It just happens. You just buy the right trend break, boom, all of a sudden you're up 5%. It's just, sometimes it feels like it's, oh, let's stay because this thing is popping like crazy. But sometimes 5% in 2 minutes is like insane. Depends on, again, your leverage and your expectations are going to dictate that. But here's another 2% position based on a hold level that we hit. But this hold level was from the past. This is a bit of a larger hold level. Now, this is the way I would look at this. This one I would probably hold as well, because I'm stubborn and I like to see big moves. But again, also taking a couple percent. But this was a breakout origin level. So I would expect this to have a much larger reaction than this. This level here, I expect this to fail down. I don't expect this to substantiate this move in any shape or form. I don't expect a little 3-minute valley like this to be able to hold a move long enough to break larger trends and to have enough buying pressure to come in. So with this move right here, I would fully expect just 2 to 3% being like possibly the top of its gains. And it's a good trade to take because it's just a quick little bounce. Like it's going to do this. It's going to bounce, 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 bounce until it hits something that, launches it back up. This is just a tiny little 3-minute valley. I would not expect this to substantiate some kind of big move. This though, I would. This breakout level that we got us there, if realize that if it's holding this level, what is it doing, right? It's holding this from way back here. It's holding, something like this in that green zone. Like it's holding the backside of a large time frame registry. Like it's not holding the front side. Like right here, this is what it's holding. This little puny guy right here versus some 4-hour breakout level, right? There's a big difference in what this hold is. So if I was going to take the chance on possibly scalping a large target, I would be doing it on this. I would be doing it on some origin breakout level that's trying to hold the move after distribution, because this is probably going to fuel like a sizable 10 or 15% move, right? Like this is going to be, I'm not sure what this, man, I wish I could, let's just kind of drag up to see what it is. I think this was like a breakout level from the past. I think we needed to break above this level in order to, like, this was a big breakout target. So yeah, like what are you holding here? This is probably going to be a pretty large move. So this is one I would most likely hold throughout here. I probably wouldn't sell this right here, but we'll see what happens, I guess. So now I would be doing this. Now we're in an uptrend, we're on the clock here. So we broke that, we've broken that. Now we need to break wherever the next little pull up is. There it is. Now we need to break this in this moment. If we can break this, we're probably going to move up in a pretty good way. But so we're probably moving up here. Full trend, break. Sit right there, holding trend still. Breaking trend again. But I mean, we've got pretty much a free roll position from 159 here, and we're at 164. So at any time we feel like this is not a good trade, we could just get out of this trade. Like there is no, like we're in a 2.5% trade here in minutes. So we've identified 5% of profits here in a very short period of time based on buying these hold levels on micro timeframes. Again, this is holding a pretty significant level. So I would start looking at timeframes. Not really significant to anything here at 0:25 in the morning. At 1 o'clock is the 4-hour close. So we're starting to come up on a 4-hour close, right? Starting to do this. We're starting to lose our profit position here, but I would still be like, I would not be getting out of this position yet. We're holding this pretty significant level. And many scalps in between, right? Many scalps in between. Clearly the breakout is right here, right? Like this is the valley breakout. Now we're failing against trend. Hit the hold level again. Back up, break the trend. Probably missed some pretty good opportunities to scalp in here, actually. Probably missed the second entry here. There would have been a perfect trade there. 3% about that, and actually could have rebought that and been already 5.5% in profits without having to worry too much about losing the move. So actually being, again, like the greed usually doesn't pay, as people can see it. It usually doesn't really pay. So we did close a 4-hour back here. So we closed the 4-hour. It would be nice to cycle through timeframes here to see what's happening. You guys can see now the different reaction that this little hold level here versus this bigger hold level is having, right? So we're starting to move up. So now we're starting to say, like, where's our profits at? Now we're starting to get in that 5% range. Like this is where you have to identify like where you're getting out. I would like to see a larger time frame. Somewhere inside of this is what I would be targeting, probably somewhere inside of there. But I would like to see a larger time frame, but unfortunately with the replayer tool, I can't. Just gonna hit play here and let it go so I don't have to spam my mouse so much. Really, the hold level here is it's kind of irrelevant. right there starting to look like a good profit take range right now. And there is obviously multiple spots for profits in here, right? I'm thinking somewhere inside of here is the final range. Well, we know there's a trend that is here. So yeah, this is kind of this for this inverse right here is probably what I would have targeted for profits. So from here, oops, come on. From here to here. So you've got an 8% play there, right? And there's a lot of it in between too that you could be taking based on these trend breaks, right? Like every time trend is failing, you could be taking, every time you're testing a value, you can be taking the trend to the next valley and just taking it. You know, at this point here, I'd be thinking this is probably failing down. Hitting that inverse level, I don't even need to really do much here to know this is failing down. Opportunity for reentry hasn't provided itself yet. It's just going to fail against trend now, right? Because that's kind of the trend top, and it's just going to fail against trend. So, oh shoot. So where do we buy our next buy on this? Well, it's just trend, right? So this is going to be the next buy on this.
Hey everyone, how's it going? As you know, I'm now giving out some of this content for free that I was otherwise charging for the past little while. Yeah, drop a donation, subscribe to the channel, join Patreon. You'll get access to Discord. Great way. Lots of top level traders in there, people who are doing this for a career every single day. So go to Patreon, join a tier, get access to Discord. Go on Reddit, talk about future of trading, talk about the science of trading, talk about cotton candy, socials, everything you can. Let's help this thing grow. It's the way you guys can thank me for giving out this content for free that I was otherwise charging money for. So I'll leave a Bitcoin address on the screen. I'll leave the Patreon address on the screen. Just do something to help out. Okay, thanks guys. Take care.